The real question here is how much authority does a company have over your life? And we're seeing more and more people push back and get out of businesses and corporations because corporations are over pushing their authority. They have no, if you're on your business property and you're sending somebody an email, that's one thing. But if you're not on business property and you're sending someone something, that's something else. But it's not clear here that he was on AT&T property, or was he just using their service and sending that message? But anyhow, he was supposedly fired over this, allegedly fired by private messages.
Employee. He is a Cuban immigrant. He has seen communism and Marxism before. He was having a private conversation with a family friend, a godmother of his nieces and nephews. And she was all wrapped up in Black Lives Matter stuff. She even changed her, her Twitter handle, and it has the Black Power Fist, et cetera, et cetera. He is saying to her in a private email on Instagram, in a private conversation, he says, "I refuse to feel any type of guilt for something I had nothing to do with. Stop playing the victim game." That's why so many blacks feel discriminated, because they have been raised like they still have chains on them. If blacks, Hispanics, Spanish, Mexicans, Asians have all been discriminated against, why are blacks the only one to this day still playing the victim card? Now,
Glenn, as far as I know, doesn't state whether or not he did this on the company property or on the company's time or laptop. He doesn't say that. So that's another issue.
If you're in an exchange like this, it's sloppy. It has to be explained in today's world, but it's a private conversation with a family member or a friend of the family of 20 years. Well, she decides to take that private conversation, tweet it out to his employer, and say, what are you going to do about this? Do you want racists working for you, AT&T? Well, AT&T says, "Thanks for bringing this to our attention. It doesn't align with our core values. We'll investigate and take appropriate action." Well, they did. Now, she retweets and says, "Wait, there's a complete misunderstanding with your Miami employee. Please contact me immediately." She writes a letter, says, "I hope this email finds you well, AT&T. I was informed that Jonah Diaz is being investigated because of a tweeting screenshot of a private Instagram conversation we had. I deleted all those tweets right after I posted them. It was a complete misunderstanding and an abrupt action on my part. I've known him my entire life. He's a fantastic person. I would greatly appreciate if we could forget all of this, and this is my mistake. Please don't hesitate to contact me." Got called into the supervisor's office thinking everything was fine. What did they say to you, Jonan?
Well, to my surprise, I'm thinking, well, they already got the retraction letter. They got the apology. Everything's going to be solved. That's completely the opposite. I got to the office of my manager, and he said, "We have to let you go." I'm in complete shock. 16 years of my life, completely my career destroyed. The question about this is they did not question my district manager. They did not question my immediate supervisor. They did not even interview my fellow workers to see what type of employee I was. Okay? So I don't know what type of investigation they did. I don't think they did any type of investigation, because most of the investigation I did, because I brought everything cleared out for them.
You didn't get any severance. You can't get unemployment because of the reason you were fired, which was what?
Correct. It's very vague. I broke the code of business conduct and social media policy. It's very vague.
According to that, then you weren't fired for any other reason. And as you know, as far as you know, you've not had any complaints. You've not had any kind of racist. Yeah, you're not a Klan member. Okay.
Never. Right. I have a clean record, and they could see that in my record. Not a problem.
Okay.
In my
So
15 years.
now you've gone to 7 different firms, and why will no one take your case?
Well, they don't really tell me. They just don't take it. You know, they don't go in specifics. They just say, no, we're not interested in your case, or we're not going to take it at this time.
That's unbelievable.
You know.
Okay, so
So lawyers won't take it either. See, this is what I mean about social justice and injustice. Corporations overreaching their bounds and authority, in my opinion, but they're using it. But this is why you need to get self-employed. This is why you need to have second or third income streams and say, screw them. I can move on. I don't need to play their stupid ass games. Excuse my language, but it just makes me mad. And we're being played by racist, Marxist individuals and corporations which believe they have to do politics. Now, I will not support AT&T for this and many other reasons. AT&T is one of those corporations that have abused their authority for a long time, and they're shrinking. They're not growing. They're shrinking.
AT&T, we reached out to AT&T. We told them you were going to be on the show today, and we wanted to find out. We offered them time to come on. They said, we cannot comment on the specifics of a former employee, but we can tell you that what you've suggested is not accurate. We conducted a thorough investigation and took appropriate action.
Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm still in shock from what happened. You know, my coworkers are in shock of what happened. You know, did they take their opinion into consideration? Did they actually talk to anybody? They didn't ask. Glenn, they did not even call the person that made these comments back and clarify with her. They didn't even take the time to do that. Okay? So,
Jonan, this is, let me just talk to the audience here for a second. I want you to, if you're an attorney and you are willing to go up against the machine, somebody must. Remember, it was John Adams who defended the British. He didn't want to. He just believed they need a good defense. Everyone in this country deserves a good attorney to defend them. The Constitution needs defense. If you are an attorney, I beg of you, reach out to us. We will put you in touch with Jonan. We need some big-ass dog attorneys right now on this case. There is another person that was on this show yesterday that said, I am risking it all to tell you what I believe is the truth. You don't have to agree with people's speech. You have to defend free speech. She's just been fired. She returned to Los Angeles after this program, and she got fired from her job for being a part of an embarrassing video. This is a doctor of good standing, and this one also is an attorney and has a damn good attorney. And let me tell you one more thing. If you have AT&T, these companies that are flexing their muscles right now and are terminating people, in this case, over a private conversation, if you think that this is going to get better, you're mistaken. If you're doing business with AT&T, I sure would reconsider it. In fact, this is not an ad, but let me tell you about Patriot Mobile. You're going to get the same great service. Their plans start at like $25. I'm just doing this off the top of my head. This is not a commercial. They don't give money to Planned Parenthood and anti-First Amendment and anti-Second Amendment causes. They're not apologizing for something they had nothing to do with. Here's what they do. They provide great service, and if you want great service, switch to Patriot Mobile. Go to patriotmobile.com right now. Don't know if there's a promo code or anything else. Throw my name in there if it asks for it. Go to Patriot Mobile. Do it now. Stop doing business with people who are betraying our values of our Constitution. You don't have to agree with Jonan, but you have to agree with the Constitution of the United States and the right to have private conversations and to be able to work. Jonan, thank you so much. We'll talk again. I really appreciate it.
That's the thing. That's the pitch. But it's bad. But our conservative values are not stopping. People are putting their money behind their conservative values, and they're buying with companies that support conservative values, that support the Constitution, that support our freedoms of speech, that support the Bill of Rights. So there you are. The battle is on, and you can bet it's going to get more fierce before it gets better. Good day.